The Democratic primary is right around the corner and both candidates are hard at work trying to win the Palmetto State. Kevin Smart takes us out with the Sanders campaign to see what strategies they have in place.
Hello, ma'am. How are you doing? On to the next.
Sam Hawkins is a West Virginia resident who has been following the Bernie Sanders campaign through the first primaries.
I have canvassed all over Columbia. I have canvassed in Orangeburg. I canvassed in Iowa, in Madison, Guthrie, and one more county. But yeah.
Sanders volunteers in Columbia are knocking on doors to make sure he has a shot against frontrunner Hillary Clinton come Saturday.
Primarily, we are organizing a lot of ground troops to get out there and canvass, and that is the most effective method for any campaign to close the gap.
The game plan is to get it within 1%, within 10%.
Canvassing is the most effective way that any volunteer could spend their time, because people that are canvassed and say yes are more likely to actually go out and vote in the polls than any other way.
Other than polling, Hawkins believes the major reason for canvassing is
to be able to make a personal connection with the people and be able to have a conversation about the issues and not talk at them.
Hawkins and other volunteers say they will be canvassing every day until the Democratic primary to try and secure more votes for Sanders.
You got to talk to as many people as you can. Spread the word.
And I'm going to give them everything I got.
Here in Columbia, the Sanders campaign is doing whatever it takes to try to close that gap. Christina Zagame caught up with Clinton volunteers to see what they're doing to try to maintain their lead.
Clinton campaign volunteers go where she goes, so they rallied outside the Democratic Town Hall in Columbia this past Tuesday. With the Democratic primary coming up on Saturday, campaign intern Rebecca Sanders says they'll continue to work hard all week.
Right now, we're just trying to get to Saturday.
Sanders, despite her last name, wants Clinton in the White House so much, she traveled from Philadelphia to help out.
If I'm going to go work on a national campaign and hopefully get our first female president elected, now is the time to do it.
Like most of the Clinton volunteers, Sanders spends most of her days canvassing.
All right, this is our next one.
Which involves knocking on the doors of South Carolina's registered voters. Some days, there's a lot more flyering than conversations, but Sanders believes the flyers can be just as effective.
They're just really nice. When the primary is, where their precinct is, I like the idea of them an awful lot.
Convincing people to vote is just as important as convincing them to vote for Hillary.
We're not convincing them to be Clinton supporters, we're just sort of trying to get them to actually get out and vote.
While some volunteers are out in the streets, others are phone banking back at campaign headquarters. Volunteer Anita Brown drove here from Ohio to help out with this busy week.
And it's been great being here and talking to the people of South Carolina, encouraging them to get out and vote.
Last week's polls show Clinton leading by more than 20%, but Brown says
you never really know what might happen.
The Clinton campaign is mainly focused on getting voters to the polls.
Do you know where your polling location is?
But of course, they want Clinton to be the champ.
We must get Hillary on the ballot.
And with every few rings, they hope to secure another vote. Christina Zagami, Carolina News.
Both campaigns will be working hard to get South Carolinians out to the polls this Saturday. A win in South Carolina could give either candidate a boost as they head into Super Tuesday.